Where we will start this morning in tennis, it's Yannick Sinner. It's just so sad, when players are on this roll, having a good season, and you may be like just some illness or some injury, just strikes. Yannick Sinner will miss this week's Paris Masters, after confirming that he's suffering with a viral illness. So the world number one has almost 2 weeks to recover before the season-ending ATP finals in Turin. So whether he will recover right on time before the final ATP finals in Turin, we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed to find out. And in his absence, for the Paris Masters, it is now Alcaraz Carlos who is ranked in number one. All right, yes, that is that for Yannick Sinner. I wish him the very best, and I just hope yes he recovers well, and he deserves to finish this season on a high because of the way he started. He's had such a nice time, even though there's been controversies here and there because of some drug tests that he got involved in, though at the end of the day it is what the CAS says and WADA that we will eventually uphold. It's not about whether a player got tested or not. What was the outcome of the decisions after board sitting? That is what's important. And away from Yannick Sinner this morning, still in tennis. So there's this player, of course, he's being expected to he was expected to retire. In fact, he announced himself that he will be retiring by the end of the season, but it seems he has made a U-turn. Seems that he has made Richard Gasquet. He has made a U-turn to the shock of everybody. He's at 38, lost his game in the Paris Masters yesterday, but then he says he still wants to continue. He says he has plenty of fuel in the tank, and despite having turned 38 and revealing just months ago that this would be his last season, Richard is feeling good, and he wants to continue enjoying the sport called tennis. He's got serious passion for the sport, and he's fortunate to be in good physical shape, not to suffer injuries, and to be able to win some matches still. So, if he had a better ranking, he wouldn't think about quitting. But being 130th in the world is not what he wants. So in any case, he says he's still going to try to reach Roland Garros for next season. So he said he will play in Montpellier, he will play in Marseille, he will play in Monte Carlo, and some challengers in France. So it is not over for Richard. Just maybe he wants to keep hitting the ball until he is 40. Whatever he decides, the most important thing is that he is fit, he is not injured. All right. That's the update we'll have for you in tennis. And some F1 news. Wow, just drama and drama over the weekend in the Mexico Grand Prix. Max Verstappen, head of the Brazilian Grand Prix, he's facing some grid penalties after the engine woes he suffered in the Mexico Grand Prix, and he could be set to serve this grid penalty at this weekend's Brazilian Grand Prix in a fresh blow to the Red Bull drivers' F1 2024 title hopes. And this is coming after the reigning world champion was plagued by engine-related concerns at last weekend's Mexican Grand Prix. And of course, there's been some call out by F1 pundits of sometimes how he Max can just go all out and blow hard and not being considerate on the tracks. They feel that kind of attitude might dent his Formula One legendary status. Of course, all these ones just have to come after retirement. Okay, so Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko has confirmed that a 5-place drop is on the cards for Brazil after Verstappen's car went down on the straights in Mexico. So he's going to have some penalties on the grid. Of course, at the end of the day, that can affect his finish. But then we'll see how it goes for next weekend in Brazil. We've had drivers starting, having those kind of penalties. Sometimes it is maybe like 5 points. Sometimes have to start a little bit way behind, and they still go on to make a podium finish. The good old days of Lewis Hamilton used to, be like that. No matter the grid penalty, sometimes he still comes all the way to make a podium finish. Well, I don't know how it's going to be for Max Verstappen, but just know that there will be grid penalty for him ahead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. And yes, if we get away from F1, let's take you to some football news. Some football news is that today we are expecting some serious action when it comes to the under 20 boys of Nigeria. Nigeria will square off against their rivals, that's Ghana, in the finals of the under 20 WAFU B tournament today, being the 30th day of October 2024. So we have a Jollof Derby coming up. We have a Jollof Derby coming up today. Both teams already guaranteed a qualification for the 2025 Under 20 Africa Cup of Nations, and all eyes now turn to the prestigious WAFU B trophy. Of course, the Flying Eagles, this is an opportunity to retain their title that they currently hold, the defending champions, and they're standing in their way the black satellites of Ghana. These under 20 boys are the black satellites. Yes, indeed. They're not the black stars, they're the black satellites. And so they're very eager to make a statement by reclaiming regional supremacy in their fierce West African rivalry. So Ghana will be looking to really upset our under 20 boys today, but can they? Well, the match is today. It will take place today, Wednesday, October 30th, at the Stade Kegwe in Lome, Sierra Leone, at 7 p.m. All right. Okay, so it's that's how it's going to be. The match will be happening in Lome this evening. The 7 p.m. Very important to let you know. It is Nigeria time. Okay, that's 7 p.m. Nigeria time. Very important. Lome, Togo. I beg your pardon. Lome is, of course, the capital of Togo. How that gets to Sierra Leone there. Okay, so that's how the game is going to be. We wish the boys the very best of luck, but I don't know. You think they can win it? I don't like Jollof derbies. I don't like Jollof derbies. It's not like I'm scared of Ghana. So anytime we play Ghana, right, there's a lot of coloration. How do I put it straight now? There's a lot of coloration. Like there are other things, that affect the game. The game is not just about what happens on the yes. It's not just about what happens on the pitch. It becomes more than just football. It's not just about football. Okay, so there are just other things, that you now see, other things that happen away from the football that we love to enjoy. We talk about other rivalries. We talk about jollof rice. Oh my days. Okay, so the jollof rice argument is going to be taking center stage on social media today because of this game. Let's let you know that it was Pep Guardiola who said, well, last season it didn't go the way of Erling Haaland, even though he had a fantastic season. Speaking about the Ballon d'Or awards, Haaland didn't win it, but he attended the ceremony and he still congratulated the winner. So he says for him, Real Madrid not attending, whether they want to attend, fine. Whether they don't want to attend, it's fine. But he gave example with what happened with his boy Haaland, who last season he didn't win, but then he still attended. And people have said things like Madrid boycotting the awards. All that happened. It's a bit not sportsmanlike. No matter what, anybody can win the award. It's Ballon d'Or is voting, and because it's voting, it can go any way, especially because we have a lot of players who did well this time out. Do you agree with Pep Guardiola? Do you think maybe Madrid should have still attended no matter what? And of course, the fact that they boycotted, they said they were supporting, they were just trying to stand with their boy Vinicius Junior. Do you think that was extreme? Do you think that is not a good thing to do? Do you think that's a little bit maybe childish on the part of Real Madrid? The lines are open. We'd like to hear from you. Okay, you can get aboard on 0700 951 0000. know, or you can call 0809-597-4869. On WhatsApp, we're on 0809-9930137, okay? Yes, indeed. Either way, just would like to hear from you. Should Madrid not have boycotted the Ballon d'Or Awards? Would love to hear your take on that, okay? Yes, once I see you, we'll talk. The WhatsApp portal, you can call there. You can also send messages there. That is just fine, okay? Let's just look through some dailies, and we'll just look through the Daily Trust. The Daily Trust, the story they have, Lakers unbeaten start to NBA season ended by Suns. Yes, Phoenix Suns drew over Kevin Durant and, of course, Devin Booker. They really combined to send Los Angeles Lakers tumbling to their first NBA defeat of this season. Yes, for who've been following, it's been a cracker. Yes, indeed, a cracker of a start to the NBA season. And Kevin is still going strong. And it's just good to see. Yes, it's good to. It's just amazing. Some players, once they're over 30, the returns are not just so there, but with curving, the likes of LeBron, they're still calling the shots and making it happen. There are various clubs out there in the NBA just still playing at that topmost level. The other day was LeBron and now his son joining. They're playing in the same team. It's amazing. When we experience longevity, or when we see that with our sportsmen and women. Hi, we have a caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, a very good morning to you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. What's your name?
My name is Tom.
Okay, talk to us.
Yeah. Well, to me, I think Real Madrid, they shouldn't have boycotted that
awards.
Event, okay?
Okay.
Yes, that award. They should have gone there. The love of football is unity. At least to even if they know that they're not the one that they are going to not one of their own, they are going to give the Ballon d'Or. They go there and they spot the one that win, hoping that next time
it could be their turn.
One of them may win. Yes, it could be a turn. So you see, in the football, after the match, the two coaches will do what? Will check themselves. The player in the field will also harm themselves. And that is the essence of the football. Football is a game. Likewise, the Ballon d'Or they give the man, they know that he deserves it. So why can't you go there and they support him?
All right, thank you very much. It says Madrid, they should not have boycotted the awards. Okay, let's let you know, still on the Daily Trust, Guzo hails Lukman, urges a stronger Ballon d'Or performance next year. And of course, that's coming through from the president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Guzo. Poor infrastructure maintenance hinders Nigeria's sports development. This coming through from the former NFF president, Amaju Melvin Pinnick. He says poor infrastructure maintenance hinders Nigeria's sports development. Of course, we all know this, right? And we talk about it all the time, but sometimes I feel like we should move from just talking to action, So we have some facilities in Lagos. We have here in Abuja, and the Eagles cannot use some of these facilities. It's just like, okay, Uyo is like Abela. I don't know, but we already know this. What should we do? What should be done about it? How can we do better? We have a caller. Let's squeeze in this quickly. Hi, good morning.
Hello, Kachi.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning. This is Aike from Wawada.
All right, my brother, you're welcome.
If I was the meeting, I would not be angry by selecting that award. So they don't know the criteria of this Ballon d'Or. What do you mean their hero? Win Champions League at others. So I don't know why they say they can copy. If I were looking at giving that, I would not give a selection. That's why I won, but they didn't.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Says that they should not have boycotted. And if you were the organizers of Ballon d'Or, that's the French magazine, even Kalu, that won the manager of the year, they wouldn't have given him because of the fact that his team decided to boycott. In fact, I heard it was Don Carlo's idea to do that. The Guardian this morning, the Guardian Sports, shall we look at it? Super Eagles that begin preparation for Morocco 2025 AFCON's final qualifiers. Of course, it was yesterday that we learned, that, there's been dates put to when the qualifiers, will go down. So dates are now available by 14th of November. We will be having the game against Rwanda. You see, so we have 2 matches left. In fact, what you just need to know is that out of a possible 6 points, the Eagles just need to pick one. Oh, yes, please. They just need to pick 1 point out of, the remainder of the games that they have, which we, by the way, have 6 points available, but they just need to pick 1 point, and they will have picked up they would have picked up their ticket for the AFCON 2025. I am excited. I do not know about you. Okay. NNL draws pits newcomers Abakaliki FC against Madiba in star match. Yes, the opening weekend, of the NNL is a battle between newcomers Abakaliki FC against Madiba FC at the Abakaliki Township Stadium in November 30. I tell you, the people of Ebonyi State are the excitement, in fact, they are super excited. They love it. Of course, the NNL, the Nigerian National League, that's the second tier of a football right here in Nigeria. So it's from the NNL, you graduate into the NPFL if you gain promotion. Do you understand? So the NNL here is like just like what we'll have the championship in